Little Friends Radio.
Good morning, folks. Good morning, folks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Got a real special guest today. My boy, Matteo Staltari.
How's it going, Berto? Happy to be here, baby.
Yo, thanks for coming so early, bro. Thanks for grabbing coffee.
Rise and shine, rise and shine.
Shine, man. Rise and shine. How's the coffee?
It's excellent. I normally drink it black. We got a little bit of cream and what else we got in here? Let the people know what we got in here today, Berto.
You know, cream and two spoons of sugar.
No more capping.
Yes, sir.
Cheers.
So how's it going, man? My boy Mateo's in the building. Graphic designer, fashion designer. Great dude all around.
Appreciate the love. Everything's been good, man. Everything's been good, man. Staying focused. Definitely been staying focused. I got some new clothes coming out. Just kind of continuing that up. I got a thesis collection coming out this time next year.
Nice.
Beautiful, prosperous year ahead of us for sure.
So you've been working a lot lately?
Yeah, quite a bit. I have 2 pieces being manufactured overseas right now that I've been working on probably since like February, which I'm really happy to finally just get rolling out here. And then I'm kind of just going to try and keep continuing that momentum if everything goes well. Mm-hmm. I have these hoodies being made, and then I have these long sleeves that are kind of custom cut based off my preference. And I'm getting them in white just so if I want to like hand dye them and like print them myself, just I like working on the shit myself. I think it adds like a bit more of a personal touch.
Mm-hmm. And the hoodies are just for like the streets or just like the whole people, like just to put them up and just let them out
for the streets.
For the streets.
Yes, sir.
And then those, and then those other pieces are just kind of one-offs.
In a way, yeah, they're all going to be dyed differently. I definitely want to keep it within like a uniform idea, but obviously, like each piece, I might do like a couple different colors, or something like that. But keeping it simple for sure. I definitely want to keep things minimal. I feel like there's an overflow of like information and like people trying to do way too much out there. And I think what's most authentic to me is just like comfort and style. I think a lot of people try to do like too much with their clothes or are really abrasive and trying to prove a point and make something come across as like so specifically one thing, when here I'm trying to just like make a product that is reflective of what I like very accurately and aesthetically, yes, but also I feel like it's something that we're able to kind of share with others and have them pick their own interpretation up of it. I feel like that's a part of like the storytelling behind clothes is like, yes, this is a story for me, but you're going to be the one wearing it. So
you think too much like being like they'll just over like
I feel like people overdo it. Yeah, definitely. In terms of like prints, in terms of, you know, more structural details and stuff like that, which I enjoy when things are overdone satirically. And funny enough, like why I was actually really happy that we were doing this in the morning is I have like a public speaking class at like 2 that I have to give you already know. I got to give like a presentation on, and I decided to do it on one of my favorite designers.
Who's that?
Demna Gavasia.
Vermont?
Yep, you already know. So, yeah, I don't know. I also, in combination of designing my own stuff, I kind of been looking back at just like trends throughout history and like different kinds of designers and stuff, different kinds of artists whatsoever, and seeing, you know, what they were looking at. And how, if I look at like similar things, if I can pull something unique from that as well.
That's amazing. It's always good to do the research. Who aside from Detma, like, have you like been inspired by, like, from the past, present, or?
Yeah, I would probably say I have like, there's like a style of counterculturism in art and fashion and like anti-fashion that really draws me to create, because it's creating with a more of a purpose, in terms of practicality as well as in terms of like a message to inform. I did a lot of research on like Vivienne Westwood and Malcolm McLaren and their boutique in the 70s, which kind of started this whole idea of like dressing with this punk attitude, this kind of countering the norm attitude. And I think the way that, we've seen that evolve when we're living in a world where people want to be anything but the norm is just this display of kind of false individuality that some people get carried away with from time to time. But I feel like when it's a unique thing and people really put their heart into it, and it's an expressionism of them wanting to make a change in the world for the better, or just showcasing something about themselves, I think it's always a really interesting thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think in fashion, like, well, for me, I used to look at like super like flamboyant pieces and kind of just be like, well, that's too much.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And then now, like, I'll watch like movies and be like, oh, dude, like that piece would be sick for like a movie, or that piece would be sick for like a music video and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny though, because those, like, when you're filming a movie or like a piece of media like that, you're thinking about the outfits probably for just as long as a design team is trying to design like a whole season. You're trying to design like an outfit for one moment. So, there's a lot of attention put into those little things versus the way that I feel like, I think you'll probably be able to relate to this. The way that you dress, would you say it's based off mood quite a bit?
It's always based off mood.
Yeah,
but
right.
I usually just wear the same pants for like a week straight. But like the shirts and the hoodies, like, I'll be like, oh, I want to wear this. Or I want to wear this sized hoodie today, or I want to wear that sized hoodie today, or those size pants, or white socks, or mismatched socks, or definitely mood.
I think it's interesting when I said mood, the first thing that you picked up on is size and how things fit. A lot of people won't directly make that correlation. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, I want to look fancy today," or "Oh, I want to look like this," or "Oh, I want to be comfy today." But no, I think definitely that probably, I feel like your crossover with like music as well probably makes you see things artistically a little bit different.
Skate videos, music, fucking old documentaries, stuff like that. Like I watch a lot of just history stuff, but it's mostly like size, like hoodies. I like wearing hoodies. That's how I feel.
The oversized hoodie, I feel like, in like the 2000s is like quintessential to like a men's wardrobe. I feel like it's funny because, like, I've wanted to do fashion design since I was like relatively young, and I have worked on like other brands and stuff starting up, but it's always like people tell me like, oh, the best way to like make money in clothes is like, oh, if you can make a pair of jeans that make like a woman feel like 10 pounds lighter, or like a hoodie that does. The trick is to just wear shit that's so baggy you can't see someone's fucking body underneath.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that what you're aiming for with the hoodies you're making, or they're gonna be kind of like regular size?
So
like normal fit.
I'm happy you asked that. The first piece that we have is the first piece that I'm releasing is actually, it's like a cutoff hoodie with the body of like a hoodie, and then I have like white long sleeves that are like oversized and a bit more drapey coming out of that from the body, and like a white hood as well. So it's kind of like a cut and sew piece.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
When are those dropping?
They should be here in about a month, which I'm super hyped for, and then I'm going back home for a little bit for the holidays and whatnot. I'm gonna shoot some promo between like here, and my birthday will be around then, so wherever that leads me, and hopefully I'm looking at probably the beginning of next year, or if not like holidays, somewhere in there.
Back to Cleveland?
Yeah, I'm gonna be back there for a week or so.
You excited?
I am this time around. Yeah, I'm excited to see like old friends and family and stuff. It's definitely, I was there from like February for like 4 or 5 months, just like getting my head straight. It started off as like a 1 month trip, and then with everything with like COVID here, like my living situation here, it just made more sense to stay back there. And it's funny though, I definitely, growing up in LA is very different from growing up in Cleveland, but I think from somebody that goes back quite a bit, you'd understand how it feels sometimes. Like it's really easy to just get stuck back in the way that things move there.
Yeah, especially when you go for like a nice amount of time, like a long period of time, like 4 months, or would you say 2 months you were there?
I was there for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, that's enough for you to get caught up back in your old cycle, you know?
Yeah.
Once that happens, though, like something goes off in my head, and I'm like, all right, I got to get back to New York.
Yeah, it kind of scares you a little bit. You're like, oh shit.
I mean, like tacos every day again.
Fuck, right?
You know,
But
but
that's a big problem, huh? Can't have that.
dude, they're $1. They're $1 there,
And they're fucking cooked right.
and they're great. And they're great.
No, the Mexican food in New York is, I mean, okay, I'm from the fucking Midwest here, so
There's some Mexicans in the Midwest though. Chicago has a big Mexican population.
I'd never been to Chicago. It was funny. I have a bunch of friends from there, and I definitely heard the Mexican food is slapping there. And there's good spots in the Midwest too. It's out here too, but you know the way they do it in Cali, there's no other way to do it. I like the California Mexican food stuff with all like the guacamole, how they like Americanize it and shit.
You ever been to Guisados in downtown LA?
No, but I need to hear about
Or
this.
Sonora Town?
It's in Sonora Town?
Yeah,
I'm gonna remember that.
Sonora Town. It's on 9th Street or 8th Street in Los Angeles. It's really good. Shout out to them. I think they just won like best taco in LA.
Really?
I was watching.
Are you a taco connoisseur? Would you say?
I am, bro.
Okay.
Like one of my dreams is to have $1 taco spot in New York, but
$1?
$1.
You can't sell yourself short like that.
But I just want to see the traffic. I just want to see it.
I like that though.
You know?
That's a good way to be. That's a passion project. That's the way shit should be, honestly.
Little Friends Radio.
But back to Cleveland. When you go there, do you find like inspiration still, or,
You know
have you ever
what?
like growing up?
That I'm so happy
was it
you asked
great?
that question. Cleveland was a great place to grow up, and you know, I come from a definitely like fortunate background. Really good supporting family. Was never really freaking out, worried about money growing up. There were times where it was tight, but it was never just like, you know, didn't know where the next meal is coming from. But it was easy when I moved here to really get lost in trying to, you know, be an adult for the first time. Moving here at 18 is like a lot, and not a lot of people do it, but you know, you're trying to like figure out like what it's like being on your own for the first time and blah blah blah. But when I went back to Cleveland for like 4 or 5 months, and I ended up talking to my friends, I was like dealing with a bunch of like mental health stuff at the time, and I was like, I'm making stuff all day and it's great and I'm getting better at it, but I'm not having fun. I was not having fun making clothes for a while, and that shit was scary because that was like my first love.
How long that period lasts?
Probably damn near a year, honestly. Like this whole past year. When I seen you, and we were both like, oh yeah, shit is not going too hot on the train one day.
Oh, on the A train.
Yeah, that was kind of like right before I kind of like changed all my stuff up, started like taking care of myself better, started like looking out.
Do you feel like you weren't? You feel like what was it, like partying or just different stuff?
Partying, but also like losing focus of the person that brought me here and the person that wanted to do something for myself and had a goal when they came here to like expand as a designer, which like I'm always going to do, but it's just like, what's the most efficient way to take care of these things? But
you got lost in the sauce.
Which when you look back at it, when you're 18, 19, 20, like that's exactly what the fuck you should be doing. So I was hard on myself at first, you know, because it's like there's so many expectations for people now with like the internet and everything. Like, oh, you have to like get popping when you're young, and just like, I don't know. I feel like it's all just like for fucking show at this point.
It's clout chasing.
Yeah, and it's not so much about the substance. But when I went back to Cleveland, I went and talked with one of my very good friends, and he kind of just told me, like, you need to design. You need to think back to when you started designing and where you came from and what made you love it and, like, intrigued with it. and design from that place. And yeah, when I was at home for so long, I kind of just really tapped in with like, okay, I'm living with my fucking parents. Like I could do whatever I want all day, which ended up for months just like smoking weed and just patterning, like sewing shit, which was awesome. Like in the middle of a quarantine.
You get inspired by weed?
It's hard to say not. It's hard to say no. Like I can't sit here and say no. No, I made a t-shirt. Motivated, inspired. Yeah, I had a t-shirt that was like a rip-off of the McDonald's logo, and it said like marijuana with like the golden arch, then 1 billion stoned.
Yeah.
I like cut that shit up and did something with it, which is why I was like laughing when you asked that. But yeah, I definitely love weed. I definitely love weed. I had to like think about it, but no, I definitely love weed. I definitely think, in moderation, there's a lot of positives to gain from using it as a tool, especially creatively. And it's definitely helped with. I felt really weird saying this at first, but it definitely helped with like my mental health and stuff, and just like being able to fucking relax when you need to.
Yeah, it's kind of like all your worries go away for a bit.
For a little bit, yeah.
But then also, if you're
it makes it easier to look at them from an objective standpoint. You know what I mean? It makes it easier to kind of just be like, oh, it's whatever.
it's fine. It'll be all right.
It takes the anxiety away a little bit, which for people that are high strung is a good thing. To run away from the problem in entirety is when you start to run into some issues.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I only ask that because I feel like when I do anything that I do creative, whether it be music or photography or do videos, when I smoke, I feel my mind feels a whole lot broader.
It's definitely like a really important in terms of like when you're doing like video editing or like mood boarding or storyboarding or like just trying to come up with like concepts or creative ideas. It definitely helps. And I used to get so anxious when I was sewing because it's like, you're running shit on a machine, and if you make one mistake, like it's going to show in the final product, and it might not show to the person that's buying it, but it's going to show it to me, and that's what's going to drive me crazy at the end of the day.
You're a sativa guy or indica guy?
Definitely a sativa guy. Sunset Sherbet is like my favorite strain, probably.
Yeah, that's good. You like a OG Kush?
I'll rock with the OG Kush. I'm not picky. Some people are mad picky.
Yo, I'm not picky either. But at night, I know I can't smoke indica because I just won't go to bed.
You mean sativa? Is it indica or sativa?
I think it's indica, the one that. Indica
puts you in the couch. Sativa is the one that gets you out there.
It's the head high. Sativa's a head high, right?
I think the indica is.
Okay, well, we'll have to double check. But yeah, I like one of them. At night, I can't smoke another one. One of them.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that.
Is way too much, bro. California, though, being from Cali, bro, like you just are so fucking spoiled with weed. It's crazy. At a young age. I didn't realize that till I moved to New York and people were like scavenging for good weed and they can't find it.
Yeah, no, it's not at all. It's not at all like that. I mean, I remember like when I was like 15, 16, the first time I went to LA and like smoked LA weed in LA. It was like,
what were you doing in LA?
So I had some friends out there when I was 15. I did this business accelerator program in Cleveland where they kind of taught me how to structure startups. And I ended up meeting a longtime friend of mine who was like a really good writer that had some connections out there that was like going out there for a month. He was like, hey, like if you want to fly out with me and like stay here for a little bit, I could show you around. It'd be a good example for someone who's like young, blah, blah, blah. Went and did that. Ended up making friends with some really talented people out there involved in like writing and music and whatnot. And then kind of just took it from there. Yeah. I went back and visited twice when I was like 15, 16. And then a lot of my friends ended up moving to like Vegas and like all over the country and shit. So I went to Vegas a couple times to visit them. Yeah, I've always really enjoyed like traveling on the West Coast. I definitely want to see like I haven't seen like Seattle or Portland yet, but I've heard those are both like really really beautiful places. And the thrift scene out there is crazy.
I was gonna say that you'll probably love the vintage stores out there.
Most of the shit that I buy for myself now is just like vintage, and then I like alter it or.
It's just gloomy up there, like 365.
Yeah, yeah. My roommate is originally from Seattle, and Ohio is the same fucking way. It gets really really humid in Ohio, but I don't mind the gloom. I don't mind the gloom. There's a freshness in the air when it's gloomy outside. Especially, like, were you out at all last night when it was, like, foggy and shit outside? There was, like, a little bit of coolness in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't mind the gloomy weather at all either.
What do you think about the cold out here growing up in L.A.?
I like it. I like winters in New York more than I like the summers in New York for some odd reason.
It's because the heat is treacherous.
Yeah, it's also, like, this weird thing when, I don't know, it's like being in the cold all day, and then when you get home after a long day of work, it's so rewarding. It just feels rewarding.
Yeah.
You know, you like just kick your shoes off and you take your jacket off, and then you just look at your bed. Like, it's just a good feeling.
Yeah. That's a good point. I never thought about it like that, but that's definitely, yeah. It definitely makes things easier to just get, like, cozy when you come back and all that.
Yeah, when I'm, like, walking through the snow, I like, have this mental thing where I feel like I've been walking, like, I put myself in this place where it's like, I've been walking for miles, and the cabin is, like, 5 more minutes away. And, you know, I feel like it's weird, and then I get home, I'm like, oh, I made it. And then, like,
it's such a track. It's just the
trip.
most, yeah, no, it's good. You feel real accomplished after you handle some shit like that.
And I like jackets and, like, you know,
oh yeah,
just like
winter
different shit.
Yeah,
seeing even other people wear it, or like Canada Goose. Like, I never heard of Canada Goose. I probably still would never have heard of Canada
if
Goose
it wasn't for New York.
If it wasn't for
my
New
pop
York.
says the same thing.
You
Yeah,
know? Like, it's dope to see other brands that I would, like, big jacket brands that I would never have thought that would exist.
Like Pele. I didn't hear about Pele until I was here.
Is it Pele or Pele?
Yeah, either or works.
Or Avrex.
Yeah, a little bit of that too. Yeah, man. No, that's funny. Wait, so was your first full-blown winter when you moved here for the first time?
Yeah, it was the year after Sandy had hit. This is 2013.
You moved here in 2013.
Yeah, and it was brutal. It was like it was snowing nonstop, like every fucking day. Like, it was snowing. Yeah, I was living in Red Hook in Brooklyn. It was snowing.
Damn, you're in Red Hook in 2013?
Yeah.
That's a lot different than how it is in 2020 for sure. I think the first time I went to Red Hook was probably like 2015, 2016 for like a photo shoot for like a friend's brand.
It's nice out there.
Oh, yeah. They got a fucking IKEA out there, bro.
I worked there. I told you, right?
What gig are you doing over there?
I was doing overnight forklift.
Oh no shit, dude! Those my dad got a couple of those at his work. You tip those motherfuckers over.
I did. That's why I got fired. But back to Red Hook. If you like barbecue, you ever eat barbecue?
Yeah.
Like Southern style.
Wait, what's
barbecue?
it called?
Hometown.
I know the owner.
You know the owner of Hometown Barbecue?
Like via a friend of a friend. One of my really good friends that I met here, who used to do the booking for Jimmy Fallon back in the day. He owns Hometown Barbecue, and he owns Red Hook Tavern.
Red Hook Tavern
is another place.
Yeah.
But he was telling me the barbecue that he's had there, because I was watching. I had my boy. Shout out Jonathan Cohen. If you're watching this, Jonathan Cohen, shout the fuck out. We were watching like the American barbecue thing at my crib on Netflix. All those barbecue shows. I love watching all that shit. But he was telling me like, yeah, it's like the best fucking barbecue you ever have. I looked at the menu once, but wait, so you've been there before?
I was there like this past Saturday.
What'd you get?
Pulled pork, brisket, cornbread, mac and cheese. I wanted to get the pulled pork banh mi.
Bro, did you eat? What time did you walk in there?
Like, it was like late.
You didn't eat shit all day, did you?
No, I was helping my friend move, and we had the U-Haul. And we just was like, I was like, fuck, we got a car.
Yeah.
So
let's go get the barbecue. That's an excellent fucking call.
The pulled pork was amazing though.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I got a slow cooker a couple weeks ago. I've been doing like shredded chicken tacos. I did jambalaya in there one time, but I definitely been looking at doing the slow cooked pork too.
So you're a cooking guy. You get down?
Being Italian, you have to be. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I love to cook, honestly. Yeah, definitely. My roommate too, my buddy Walker, is he grew up in Italy from when he was 9 to like 18. So I kind of just watch him cook pasta. My mom could make hell of a pasta. I grew up watching her make pasta. I'm never gonna disrespect my mom's cooking, but this man can make a fucking pasta. Him and his brother too. So
the sauce. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about lost in the sauce?
That's it right there.
Yes, sir.
What is your go-to thing? What, like when you cooking? What do you usually be getting down
on? I switch it up. I like to read recipes. I like to challenge myself a little bit, but however, I'm a burger connoisseur first and foremost. So if you're coming over, I'm probably making burgers.
I could always eat a good burger.
Yeah. It's a very heated opinion what I'm about to bring out, but I do think that In-N-Out Burger is probably the best burger chain in the country.
I know, I say that shit too all the time.
And they don't want to hear that out here because it's Steak and Shake, yeah.
Shake Shack. What's the other one you said?
No, Shake Shack is definitely what I was thinking of. Steak and Shake is fucked up.
Steak and Shake. There's a Shake and Steak next to the... where Letterman's used to, David Letterman.
They got a Steak and Shake over there?
Yeah, over on 55th
or 53rd hell no.
in Broadway, right where Letterman used to be, right next door. It's not there no more, I don't think.
That's crazy. That's all horse meat, bro.
Yeah, I don't think
that shit is so cheap.
It's disgusting. It's nasty.
I mean, it's good, but it's just definitely cheap to the point where you're like, what the fuck am I eating right now?
Yeah, word. Word, fuck, dude. I like food, though. I like all kinds of shit.
Yeah, definitely.
I like Vietnamese a lot.
What kind of Vietnamese food you eating?
Pho and banh mi.
What's banh? I haven't had. Is that like a? Is that?
It's a sandwich. It's like a hero.
What?
With like lettuce, carrots, and all.
Is it in like a bun type situation?
Yeah.
Is it like a steamed thing or?
I'll show you banh mi. It's so good.
Where do you get it from?
This really good place on Knickerbocker called Lucy's.
Oh, I'm about to check this out tonight. Like you had me at a hero, bro. God damn.
And it's really good. I just got put onto this recently, though.
Holy fuck.
It's Vietnamese, bro.
Wait, so what's in it?
I mean, your pick of protein and all that other shit.
Bro, you know how to eat, bro.
Little Friends Radio.
What do you feel about restaurant shirts?
Oh, fire!
As far as like a fashion
fire,
statement.
Whoa hop, iconic.
Yeah,
I seen homies at FIT wear that exact shirt before, like, and I love that shirt. Yeah, definitely. I like I said, like the practicality of all that shit. Like I'm always intrigued when people come up with like some sort of hybrid idea where it's like you're combining a culinary aspect with, you know, like a fashion aspect. I think is really interesting, and that's like a lot of big retail is struggling right now. Neiman Marcus in Hudson Yards closing is like a big fucking deal for that place.
Oh, what? At the mall? In that mall? That new mall?
Bro, they're liquidating it. You could buy the embroidery machine from there for like $500. They're liquidating it.
They just opened. It hasn't even been a year. Neiman Marcus is huge.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That's what's
big.
going on in
That's
retail.
Crazy.
Barney's went bankrupt, dude. Barney's got bought out by they got bought out. I think it was ABG that bought them out, which is like if you go and look up like L Brands and like ABG, there's these like conglomerates that just own like all these household names that you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Barney's on fucking 5th, 6th Avenue.
7th Avenue.
Yeah, they closed that whole store down.
But they were already doing bad before COVID, right?
Exactly.
Online sales were skyrocketing.
But you see...
Or online shopping, whatever.
Online shopping now, yeah. And that's the thing, is if you can capitalize on like an online thing, because retail right now, like straight up retail like that, if I was to open a straight up normal retail store like that, it would not go over well. The stores that are doing like some of the stores that are doing the best in New York, I had a professor tell me this, and this shit, when you break it down, blows your fucking mind. You know Saturdays? Have you heard of the brand Saturdays?
It's on Perry Street.
Yes. So they just, in the middle of the pandemic, like doubled the size of their store. And I think the reason that they do so well is because it's a coffee shop with a beautiful backyard. And the coffee's good and it's cheap, but it gets you in the door.
The one on Crosby?
Yes.
In Soho?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, right over there. And it's like, you don't have to fucking buy clothes to go in there. You could just go in there, get a coffee, and sit out back. Yeah, just chill. But it's like, by virtue of doing that, you know, I'm getting you in the door for $2, but, you know, you're like, oh, damn, that hoodie looks cool. You try it on. You really love it. You're going to give me an extra $100.
It's like you go in there and they ask you, like the employees ask you, need help? You're like, no, I'm just here to grab a drink. And they can't really fucking, you know, they can be like, oh, this broke motherfucker.
But that's, no, they don't care, though.
No one cares.
Yeah.
And everyone wins.
Dude, but that's the way it should be. Like, let's fucking bring people together over this shit, you know? Like,
it doesn't have to be direct, like, oh, let's get straight to business.
No,
it doesn't have to be like sales and shit like that. I love that, too.
No, that's the thing,
That's
though.
dope,
That's
for
the
sure.
thing, though, at the end of the day is, like, what people, I guess, fail to realize is that a good deal is only good when both parties are happy. You know what I mean? So, like, fucking bring the people and let them. If you're gonna be in retail and you want to have a good retail thing, you can't be afraid of people. You're there to serve the people. So yeah, fucking let them come out back, drink coffee, you know, do whatever they want to do in the back. That's cool because just by virtue of being there, they're gonna buy something or they're gonna support you.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever see yourself having your own boutique shop?
Yes, that's my
or in wherever.
Yeah, definitely like wherever, but that's my end goal. That's definitely what I want to do. And it's like, you know, Dover Street is another one. Have you been there before?
My bad, sorry. No, I've passed by it all the time on what's it, Lex? It's on Lexington.
Yeah, it's right over there. Yeah,
it doesn't even look like a store. It looks like a church. It looks like
it was an old school building.
It
was an old school building. They renovated that, like those 8 floors into something, but they have the restaurant on the first level too, and it's like that's the other reason besides from like basically that place was built to be like a Comme des Garçons museum, and then they let other brands in, and other than being like this beautiful showcase for like everything going on in contemporary fashion, it's really important that they have, you know, something else to bring people in that might not be there for the clothes, the food. Kiss with the ice cream bar.
Sick.
You get white girls posting your ice cream on Instagram. You're selling all the fucking clothes.
Ronnie Fig.
Legend.
Yeah. Queens.
He's from Queens?
I think so.
You're definitely right. No. I definitely think I could. I definitely think you're right about that.
Yeah, he's a straight New York City kid. Did you actually Comme des Garçons and Dover Street just made the new collab, the Nikes? You saw them?
No.
The Air Force Ones with the strap on them.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to peep.
All black, all white.
I'm about to check those out.
Original.
Here. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Wait, I was about to ask you, what were your favorite brands growing up?
My first favorite brand that I can recall being lit and like dope.
I'm ready for this one.
Is DC. I was in the 6th grade.
Chip the Ripper?
From Cleveland.
From Cleveland, yeah. Yeah, he used to rap about DC all the time. That's so funny. I remember that. I was definitely like I was in elementary school rocking DCs for sure.
DC was sick.
Yeah.
And that's when I was skating. So my cousin and them lived in Carlsbad, so I liked ES fucking, and he was skating, obviously. That's why I brought that up.
Word.
But a lot of kids in my school, they were just wearing basic like Vans and I think like Globes or some shit.
Yeah. So a lot of just like the early skate stuff.
Yeah, Hookups, Toy Machine.
Damn.
Birdhouse.
Damn.
Fucking, yeah, just those brands.
That's so awesome, though. I mean, like, the parallel between skateboarding Shorties. And like, yeah, man. Like,
Shorties is probably like one of my favorite. Even to this day, I think Shorties. I was trying to think. I was like, I'm missing somebody.
Yeah, very, very classic. Yeah, no, bro, that's fucking.
I'm trying to show you these shoes.
I push around like a little bit, and I was definitely like mad into skating when I was younger, and it's just like there's so many times where people bring up, the parallel between fashion and skateboarding, and it's just entirely like unbelievable. Like the influence,
so parallel. Now.
Yeah, it's directly. Yeah, and anybody that wants to doubt that is on some bullshit.
So those are all white ones.
They're the mids.
The mid, yeah, my bad. The mids with the strap on them.
Oh, that's cool how they. Oh, I definitely like how they did like the thing on the where the eyelets are. How it's like that extra piece is super cool.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, no, they have like extra pieces of like the leather hanging off and shit.
Those it's so funny. Those low top fucking forces, they became a little hipster trend.
Yeah,
And they have to be dirty for them. You know. What do you think about that?
dirty forces.
Dirty low top forces.
Oh, they coming out in black too.
I like the all black ones.
Yeah, no, the all black is definitely the way to go with these.
I wish they had the white check on them though.
Damn, they need to cut you the check, bro. I like that. For $270, that's not bad either.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I think about the Air Force Ones becoming a trend? I think it's like the most classic silhouette of all time, and I think it's definitely like a very easy to pull off silhouette, and I think it's they definitely became more than like a little bit hipster. I just think it's a great shoe overall.
But the beat up ones, not the. You know, some people keep them fresh and.
Fuck that.
Now fucking them up.
I definitely stay beating my shit up. I mean, that's the thing to me too. It's like when you beat shit up, it tells a story. You know what I mean?
I'm into that.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, so I kind of definitely I beat everything. It's funny because like
I beat everything.
You have to. No, you gotta fucking. I'm beating everything, bro. I'm out here.
I can't stand to see like crispy shoes or people that like I don't know. It's just so tacky looking to me. But
it's weird.
It's always been. I think since a kid.
Yeah, I think there's a beauty to the aging process in life, the wisdom that we gather as humans as we get older. So I mean, I think it definitely reflects in like clothes, man. That's why I was really into denim when I first started like getting into clothes, and I just really liked how, like in raw denim, when people make denim out of like very pure cotton and just indigo, and it kind of breaks down just according to how you wear it. That tells a story. When you scuff your shoe, yeah, raw denim is what it's called. But when you scuff your shoes, like there's sometimes a story, like oh, I was running late somewhere, like when you get a hole in a t-shirt, oh, I was at a concert, some shit like that. It's like that's the way that shit's supposed to go. Clothes look best beat. I don't want someone to buy one of my things and just put it in a closet forever. Like wear that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at brands now like Common Projects, they make shoes that look like. They sell brand new shoes that look like they've been aged, and they're like selling for like $400.
I mean, dude. So I don't know if I've actually talked to you about this before, but there's I think in Bangkok in Thailand, there's a denim market where basically there's a bunch of people going around and they make like the raw denim Levi's, but they're all fake, and they give them to construction workers, and they say wear these for 2 months at work, beat them up. And when you're done, bring them back. We'll give you a new pair. So that's what they do. And when they come back with all these holes and all this paint and all these like really nice like fading on the denim, they give them back to the people and they say, okay, here's your new pair of jeans. They do that again. The people who sewed them then go to like there's like a flea market where denim designers from all over the world come and they sell the jeans for like $400 or $500 a pair, just so people can copy like the distressing on them and mass market them.
Damn.
Yeah, I had one of my bosses
That's genius.
At Nautica was telling me about when she like first went to like that denim fair. She was like showing me all these pairs that she got, but yeah, that's like a real thing. Yeah, people definitely. It's a crazy industry, bro. Like the shit that goes on like that.
Just to think that, and then follow through on that. That's a crazy idea. See construction workers like, oh, here. Wear these, beat them up, bring them back.
Yeah, because that's where the trends. That's where all those trends come from. That's why everyone's got paint on their fucking car, on their Carhartt pants right now, and nobody's ever painted a house in those fucking things.
It's so fucked up. I think it's weird. I like it though, but if you're actually doing something, if you splatter that paint on it yourself, not to go to a fucking store and I think it's corny if you do that, but
no.
And to each his own. It is what it is.
No, I definitely agree with you. Coming from like a line of like union workers.
Mm-hmm. Shit, my friend's in Bangkok right now.
That's crazy.
Like, yo, go to this fucking flea market.
Yeah,
real quick.
yeah, definitely. I gotta get the information for that, but no, it's crazy though if you think about it, because it's if you spend $500 on that one pair of jeans, and then dump another 500 in sampling costs and like getting the copy of that distressing, right? I mean, you could sell the jeans for $200-300 a pair and make 50 of them. Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
What's your favorite? What's been your favorite brands growing up?
I started reselling Supreme in 2013 in middle school, and that was really cool. I don't like them anymore. I was really following the work of Undercover and Number 9, and the designers associated with them. I'm really intrigued on this Japanese design aesthetic where they kind of, it's almost like where they fetishize vintage American culture from punk from the 80s, 70s and 60s. I think the way that they dramatize it is really interesting. And then definitely one of my favorite designers now, one that I've been fortunate enough to work with, Willie Chavaria, has been a total just dream experience working with him and seeing the way that he kind of puts stories together for his collections. He's originally he's a Mexican American designer from somewhere in the Bay, but getting to work alongside him and his team over the past year on and off has been an absolute privilege, and definitely really inspiring to me as a designer. So seeing all his work is always great. I think it prioritizes style as well. In the most recent collections, he prioritizes style, functionality, and as well as just a really refined taste on menswear with recycled fabrics. It's when you break it down like that, it's doing quite a bit, but I'll have to show you this stuff because it just really speaks for itself. And I think it's something really detail oriented and innovative, and something that it's an art project with clothes that I think anybody should look at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Has that helped you kind of moving forward with your own collection?
Yeah, dude, working for him has been nuts. Just seeing how you can really structure a business putting out excellent product with so few people. It's a lot of fucking work, but just to see the look on customers' faces, people's faces when they get the product and they love it just as much as we love making it. It's a priceless feeling. And I want to be at the point one day where I can have my own office with all my sewing shit in there, and I can just make one-off pieces and live off doing that, or have a steady flow of income to give to a factory and get shit made when I want. Mm-hmm. I guess it's just mostly about marketing my creative vision and articulating my creative vision to the best of my ability in a way that it's relatable to other people. Mm-hmm. Right now.
Do you find that balance to be hard, the business aspect and then the creative aspect, since you are 100% independent, balancing the business aspect and then
it's time. It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely time consuming, and it sucks because I can't. When you have to divide so much shit up like that, you can't give 100% to one or the other. You kind of have a lot of eggs in a lot of baskets, and that's why a lot of designers don't make it, though, is because their numbers aren't right on the shit that they're selling. So it's important to be well-rounded and have both, definitely, but I hope I get to the point one day where I can work with someone where it could just be okay, I want to do this, this, and this. Let's set some parameters here financially in terms of how we can make this most profitable and make it work. Because to be successful, you have to understand how money works in business like that. And I hate making it all about the money. But if the money's not right, I can't do what I want to do. And most of the money now, all the fucking money's going back into the business, so it doesn't even really matter. But going forward, the majority of the money's got to go back into the business always.
Mm-hmm. It takes a few years for you to actually see profit or...
That's a good point. Is a lot of people jump into it. It's in any art thing. People jump food, even like culinary. They jump in immediately, and it's like all about let's make money, and it's like if you want to make money, you can make money, but if you have a problem with being a sellout like I do, then it's not going to be a fun time.
What's your? Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm interested to know why. What's your issue?
I think people lose a lot of creative integrity when a little bit of money comes along. And I think that if you're just entirely doing something just to capitalize off of it, you're not really doing anything to push like a movement or teach anyone anything new. It's just like acting in self-interest, which is not. I just don't think, like, in fashion, there's no more room for people trying to half-ass shit. There never has been. It's such like a competitive industry.
Yeah.
If you don't think like you're making some of the best clothes out, like, why would you be doing it?
Yeah, especially now with Instagram and shit.
Yeah.
And social media.
How accessible like it is for people to look and appear a certain way nowadays is a problem for sure. But I don't know. I just hope like this generation below mine I'm not even gonna go out and be like, oh, they're fucked or like they're shitty. They're in an interesting ass place. I mean, even the difference between like my generation, your generation. I mean, when did you get your first phone?
7th grade.
See, that's about when I got mine.
But it was a Nokia. It was you could only play Snake on it, and you had to text with the numbers.
See, I had like a slide phone probably like a year or two before that. I definitely got my first iPhone like in high school though.
Did you ever have a Sidekick?
Nah, but classic.
See, that was my generation, Sidekick.
The Sidekick?
And then the iPhone or the BlackBerry came out.
Yeah, my mom was telling me the first time like someone from her office got an email from like a BlackBerry and like the whole like office is just like crowded around the computer. It says like sent from my BlackBerry. They're like, what the fuck? He's playing golf sending emails.
Yeah.
Like, all anyone fucking does nowadays.
Yeah, the phone. I think I was gonna ask you if you think. I know social media is a great platform, but do you think it also could be discouraging at times?
Yeah, you got to not pay attention to it so much. That's
like,
a good question. That's a really good question.
Do you think so? It's tough, right?
If you aren't conscious of it, it can dilute the product that you're making drastically. I completely agree with that.
Or not getting the love you felt like you deserve, or people not reciprocating it the way you thought that they would.
Definitely, but it's like at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep pushing no matter what. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? And it's like if you continue to I think if you just keep shit pushing and you believe in what you're doing, like you're gonna find a way to make it work. It's definitely discouraging at times when you feel like, oh, you're not getting like the shine that like you deserve for like working on something. But there's so many different factors that go into what social media is, that I wouldn't ever allow myself to get discouraged about something that I'm making or doing based off of love on the internet.
Likes.
Yeah, there's so many. There's so many
people.
Yeah, there's so many different factors. Like with this whole like algorithm bullshit, like people might not see it. Blah blah blah. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's just like keep good fucking company around that sees what you're doing, cares about what you're doing, and like I wouldn't want anyone's support half-assed. So if you're not really rocking with it, and you don't buy, yeah, you know what I mean. Just whatever. Mm-hmm. It's fine. I'm not really trying to press anyone. Oh, buy my clothes. Like if you're gonna wear my shit, buy my shit. If you're not, then you're not doing me a favor. If you're not gonna come buy something again, you're not doing me a favor. I'm in this shit for the long run. Yeah.
And it's just stay down. Just stay consistent, regardless.
Yeah. Consistency is definitely number one. Yeah.
And then sooner or later, people catch on. That's something people can't knock at all. Is being consistent. You know? That's something I think across the board people just respect. They respect that.
In so many different capacities. Absolutely. Yeah. That's like one thing. Playing sports will tell you, honestly. I definitely learned that lesson playing like hockey growing up. As much as I like, my parents always be like, oh, because I didn't really like playing when I grew up, and they were like, oh, did you learn anything? I'd be like, no, fuck that, I hated that shit. But no, I definitely like team sports will teach you some shit like that.
I saw the collab you did with Florencia Forever.
Oh, thank you.
I met that dude out in L.A.
Oh,
One
you
of my
know
friends.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really, really good dude, man. That was a really cool. I really enjoyed working on that. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, he just kind of hit me up one day and was like, "Yo, I have like a plug on like printing stuff, and like I'd like your graphic design work. Let's see what you got." So I pulled some old stuff out of the vault and touched some shit up, and we ended up just running like a very, very small amount of piece. It was really only samples, but that hoodie I hand dyed and then did like some alteration work on with like the white thing. I put that on there. And that was like really, really fun to work on. And Jeff's like a super great guy. So that was like really cool. I definitely want to like release like a bunch of shit with him coming soon, but just like figuring out the money shit about that right now. But yeah, no, I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it. I was stoked. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
A small world.
Yeah.
I only met him once or twice. I think we were hanging out at my friend's place, and then he came over. And
yeah, I met Jeff a couple times. He was living out here for a little bit. Really hardworking kid, really talented kid. His video work is super, super nuts. Very introspective thinker too. Definitely like somebody that pushes you to come out with like some of the best work just by value of like asking questions, which I think is really important during the design process.
Oh yeah. And then you also do graphic design as well, right?
Yeah, I do that kind of on the side. That was like, interestingly enough, like how I kind of got my basis for clothing design. And it's all kind of one and the same because all the clothes, when you design them to be made, you design them all on Illustrator. But yeah, I do quite a bit of like graphic design work. I really enjoy it. I can't draw for shit. I do everything on the computer, and it's always just come very natural like that.
You said you went to school for it, or you just?
I did. I went to a vocational program in high school for it, and then my design degree at FIT right now is basically just like an Illustrator degree combined with like sewing classes and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like the coolest thing about fashion design to me is that basically you just get paid to sit on the computer and draw shit all fucking day. And like I said, if I try to draw, I draw stick figures. So. Mm-hmm.
Same. I can't draw for shit either.
Yeah, no, that's just like a skill that I feel like I missed the boat on that one a little bit too early.
Same.
Fuck yeah.
What about these pieces you're working on though? These ones that you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
What are you want to elaborate on those pieces?
Yeah, they're pretty much just like the cut off body with the white long sleeves. And then I have like a print on there that's like a little bit athletic inspired, a little bit inspired by like my background of like growing up behind a church. I was really like always intrigued with like the old sort of like Catholic art stuff and just like Michelangelo and stuff like that, how that's like very prominent in art history. So yeah, there's like a graphic on that I'm probably going to keep playing off of, and everything's custom made. Everything is custom fit to my liking. You guys definitely got a treat coming. I'm super excited to be like shooting. I probably want to do a shoot with you actually.
Oh dude, that'd be sick.
That'd be super tight. Yeah. I'm just super excited to just like shoot them. I really love like making the promo for everything. I don't have any specific ideas right now. I kind of want to hold them before I get to that, but yeah, man, I'm hoping to make pants soon after. I want to, like, fucking make, like, home goods, like, candles, like, weird shit, furniture. But for now, I'm going to just stick with the clothes, get some classics out there, and hope it goes well from there, pretty much.
It's understand the brand. It's under the Stand By Me umbrella.
So, happy you asked that. It's just now all under my name.
Oh, so
yeah, Matteo, yeah, it's just all Matteo Staltari now. Yeah, I'm just rocking.
Changed?
I'm not so young anymore. No, yeah, I feel like life just moves at an interesting pace, and I feel like, you know, it was fun when I was young to like run around and like fuck around and just be like wild, doing whatever. But I'm kind of just trying to focus things in a little bit more now, take things a little bit more seriously. And I just thought about the best way of going about that and sort of developing and showcasing myself as a like an emerging designer. I think it was just important for me to just put my real fucking name on the thing. But
there's a nice ring to it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm just rocking with that for now.
Word. That's crazy.
And I'm still like putting like Stand By Me on stuff and shit. I just feel like it's all really, it's a very personal thing, and I feel like it's all very true to who I am. So I feel like I was never really able to give like the Stand By Me thing like a full run because I was like too busy growing up. Which when you're young, like I gotta fucking like, I gotta be a kid for a little bit, man. Like I can't put all this stress on myself and shit. But
I agree.
Yeah, I gotta like fuck up and make my mistakes so I can learn and shit too. It's about finding like that healthy like work life balance and shit. But yeah, I'm just kind of doing my thing with the fucking clothes. I think it's just the best for me. I was trying to like come out here and get a job and just like finish up, go to school, but it's like I don't, in the long run, like I see myself like I want to be my own boss. I want to have my own store. I want to do my own shit. And I think that I'm able to do that. So why not start young and try and make a career out of it?
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. I was trying to go on your website the other day. It's down right now.
Yep. I'm redoing. Reboot. Yeah, I'm revamping all of it. But I'll definitely keep you very closely in the loop with all that stuff. But yeah, man, I'm happy that we were able to just like come back, touch base again, and like go over everything. Because last time we talked, I don't know, my head was kind of on my ass a little bit still. I was just getting back here, but it feels good to get up early in the morning, feel the breeze a little bit, get a little bit of coffee running through your veins.
Oh, dude, the coffee is just clutch.
Yeah. I don't drink it regularly, so I still get a little wired when I get.
I'm a little wired now. I should have got a cigarette with it. Fuck, man.
See, no, that'll make me shit myself. But
any last words you want to tell the people? Like, where you want to?
I want to tell the people I hope they have a lovely day. It's been a pleasure talking to my buddy Berto. It's always a pleasure being on Little Friends Radio. Okay. Do something nice for yourself. Do something nice for someone else, and let's fucking get it.
Little Friends Radio.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for having me, Berto. It's been a pleasure, my guy. Thank you.